is going to be a channeled reading today, plus tarot for the new energies that are coming in, and also a free chat bar reading for those that attend either my YouTube or my Facebook. Better to go on my YouTube though, because my Facebook friends are pretty much full. So yeah, hello everyone. I am a seer, psychic, and I get a lot of channel messages bring into videos, into inspirational videos. So my background is in the arts, and I was a singer-songwriter for many years, a public singer, and also I was a graphic artist, but it's very self-taught. Have no degrees, have nothing, but made it through life with really pretty much no schooling at all, no certificates at all, just following my guidance, my soul path, and yeah, here I am. So plus I've been visited by many, many different beings throughout my life, and so I use the energies that I know from them to collaborate with them. I have an understanding of where I come from. I've met Cherokee elders that have helped me on my journey, had experiences with David Icke at Uluru, met with Mary Rodwell, Dan Winters, quite a few, Max Ingham, yeah, so different people on my journey. And it's all brought me to this place where now I can start to help other people come into creating their own reality. I wanted to be a guide that I actually did it myself. I created my own reality myself so that I could help others. So everything that I say, unless I say I'm not sure, I've gone through myself. So I have had experiences with telepathy. I've had experiences with telepathy and telekinesis. I have not teleported that I know of, but I have had certain strangenesses happen to me where I've been in one area of a town with my car, and then all of a sudden in another area in my car, and I'm like, it was impossible for me to have not gone down a whole long road and not realize that I hadn't gone down that road. You know how you kind of go in and out when you're driving and you just go, oh, I'm here. It wasn't like that. It was literally jumping from one area to another. So that was very strange. It's the closest I could say to teleportation that I've had. But in any case, this is a general reading, ascension reading. So you can log on to my YouTube, and there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages there. I've shared a lot of my own experiences, how I've got out of messes myself, and now I'm kind of pretty much sitting pretty. My life is just roses. It's turning out so beautifully. I'm feeling very, very blessed, but I've also realized every time that I get caught in my own mind loops. Last week I did, and everything started to get a little wobbly, and even in my relationship it wasn't wobbly, but it was nothing on my other relationships where there was narcissists involved, but it was just that a little bit outscored, and we could both feel it. And then day before yesterday, I realized, hang on, it's got nothing to do with him. I'm the one creating my own reality. I choose if I'm to be happy or not, to be a victim or not, and I just made this conscious choice. And then we had the absolutely best time. We still had a really good time, honestly, but it was even more so like dreamlike last night, just chatting to each other, and it just felt so I can't even explain, like coming home. And I realized it really does make a big difference. We do have choice at every given moment in our life. And it's so important to realize that you always have had the reins to your own reality. You choose what programs to watch. You choose which thoughts to hold on to. You choose which ones you want in your reality. We think sometimes that if we hold on to anger enough, that it will make us feel somehow grandeur or something in in the fact that we're better, that we're right or something, and yet all it's doing is fueling the very story that you really don't want in your life at all. And if we've learned to say to our mind, shish, I don't want to have that story in my life, then we start focusing in on something that we really love and our happiness and feeling good about our life. It's really incredible how the outside reality is going to change. So I feel in the moment we're in a very much a void sort of a situation here. It's like I've called this trial and error. We've been trialing and erroring everything at the moment. Just seeing how our mind and the choices we make, what differences they're going to make in our life, seeing which ones fit, which ones are we holding on to, what's something subconsciously that we want of, and do we have to go through it, through the turmoil to get to the other end to release it. I'm also doing a video on fear. They channeled through this really profound message on fear, death, pain, the whole thing, and it's pretty full on. So I'm going to do a chat before, because I just want people to realize that even within the channel message, we don't want people just doing silly with the trying to face fears and stuff like that. But anyway, you'll see that in the video that's coming. But we're definitely in a position at the moment where we can trial and error stuff. We can try to figure out what's going to work for us and what's not going to work for us at the moment. This is like an opportunity to do that. And then I think it's going to get to a point where the choice has to be made completely 100%. And then you go on that path. So it's up to us and how much we want to expand our imagination, how far we want to go with all of this, what kind of reality we are creating, being that we're the central point of actual creation. Yeah. So anyways, I'll put on my glasses so I can read the chat, right? I actually lost my other glasses, so I have to wear my light pink ones. Hey, Free Speech. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Annie. Hey, Paula, Tony, Leanne, Paul. Good to see you guys. Melino, Elizabeth, Isabel. Good to see everybody here. So we're restreaming again to Facebook and to YouTube. Okay, I got two that popped out there, so I'll take them. So I do get that some people are overprotecting themselves in these moments instead of using the energy to trial and error, to figure out how their mind works and what they're projecting and what choices they're making within their own self. Nothing to anyone on the external. This is a good time to do that. People are, because of past traumas and everything that's happened, they're kind of like overprotecting themselves, and that's stopping them from this new beginning, this advantage that we can have to trial and error a different reality, creating a different reality from within. We have that was because I got the Four of Pentacles before, but now we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So really, to be able to work with other people, we need to find out how we're feeling about us. Every time we step into a room and we're feeling good about who we are, other people will naturally reflect that. So just be aware that it's not, you could have the same people in the same room and you come in with a different attitude and they will pretty much quickly switch to that attitude, to be on a defense with you. You come in with a defense, they'll come in with a defense. So just imagine yourself being that you expect, like you love yourself enough to only allow love into your life when you walk through the door. And then they will go, oh, well, to be near that person, I need to be in a love essence, a love vibration. And so they'll only approach you with that. Anyone else that's in a victimized state or angry with life, which is still a victimized state as far as I'm concerned, will be looking for somebody else to match that vibration, and they won't even go near you. So just be aware of that. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Wow, so I pulled out the 4 and I pulled out the 3 and I've pulled out the 2, right, of Pentacles. Very grounding. This is all grounding in this reality. So everything that we're doing, that he's making a choice, he's trying to figure out how to work his mind, which way to go. It's very similar to what I was saying before, because this is a choice card, but grounding that choice and seeing the results outside of us as to which choice we make, and how we're approaching life, what's going to come to us with that choice. Like, it's nothing wrong with having a crack at, well, I feel terrible today, I'm going to have a victim day, and you wake up as a victim and feel into it and just watch the rest of your reality and how it reacts with it. So, but be aware of it. We want to come at all of this as an observer now, not just from a point of view of woe is me, that's it, it's going to be like that for the rest of my life. We want to come at it as an observer and say, you know what, at any given moment, I can change my mind. I can make a new choice. I can change my vibration up. And even if you do get like a tarot reading or something like that, nothing is set in stone. You have the reins to your reality. You need to take that responsibility back so that you can create what you want to create. Everybody on this planet, every single human has an essence within them to create something beautiful. It could be that they want to live in a world that's a bit victimized, or they want to live in a world of a little bit of anger or whatever. That's up to them. It's got nothing to do with you, but you choose if you want to live in peace and harmony and happiness and love. You know, that's where I'm going. A very, very long time ago, they gave me, my guides gave me this dream where I stepped into the future Earth, into a Earth that had my mind was just completely clear. Like, that's the first thing I noticed when I was in this future. And this is like 20 years ago, before I knew what was coming, you know, for us all. But they gave me a peek kind of look into what our potential could be. And when I woke up in this other vibration, the first thing I noticed, my mind was completely still, and it felt euphoric. It felt peaceful. I was just in this clarity. I can't explain it anymore. And then you just walk through life like there's no monkey mind, no chatter, no nothing. And you knew that I knew someone was coming to my door that was teleporting there. They actually connected with me telepathically, but I had that much clarity and trust in my energy and where I'm flowing, that everything felt at ease and at peace. And that, from that point on, I knew that that was my home, that was my compass, that's where I'm directing my life to, that's what I'm going to achieve in this reality, that's where I'm going. And my goal is now to go that way, and if anyone else wants to follow through, see me as a guide to help them through their own trauma to that peaceful mind, then I'm here for them. That's what I'm all about. So let's carry on and see what else comes out. So this is the moment where we're starting to make choice. Look, choice. And the Lovers card is choice. To choose to be in love with thyself, and then in reflection have that coming at us. and have set boundaries on what we decide. Like, just because you're in a beautiful, peaceful mind does not mean that you say no to something that's coming at you that you don't like. You just go, nah, sorry, that's not my story. There's my boundary. Not happening. We have the strength in us to be able to have our own protection from our inner core of who we are, so that if we do allow something to come close enough for us to visually see something that's not good or conducive to how we feel about ourselves, we can say no, and very sternly no. And that means that we move on. But so it's not that we're weak, we're actually stronger, because we're not, anger is kind of a weakness where we're hooked into the story. And even if that person that's trying to make you angry comes at you and they're like just, really nasty and stuff like that, if you turn around and go, yes, that's part of my story, I hook into it, I'm going to be the victim to you being the perpetrator, I'm going to see myself as poor me, or I'm going to come at you and I'm going to try to be the perpetrator to you and make you the victim. Either way, whether you're angry or whether you're a victim, you've hooked into the story, you've brought it into your reality, you've made it part of this reality that you're in. And so then it becomes, but we don't want to do that anymore. I don't anyways. So who have we got here? We've got Katie. Hey Isabel. Hey Katie hey Donna from Facebook. Hey Kylie from Facebook. What else have we got? So if we have to go through to get to this balance, to get to a position where we're moving forward with the balance of ourselves and understanding that we can be whatever we want, but we're standing by it 100%. That's when the movement starts to happen towards that reality that you're creating. But you might have to get there, you might have to go through a time where everything falls away really quickly that you thought was your reality, and yet it was just holding you into a program that wasn't conducive to where you really wanted to go. So even the adventure of having a tower moment where everything comes at you and falls away, and you're like, holy crap, I had to go through all of that and let go of all my mind that I was trying to control this, control that person. I had to let go of all of that, and now I'm nothing, and now I'm nobody, and now I'm ordinary, and now I'm just this. That is part of you shifting into the balance that you want to become, to create the new story that you really wanted in the first place. So sometimes it's nice to invite tower moments because it happens quickly. Otherwise, it could end up being years and years and years before you even get to the core of what the issue was that held you in that problem to begin with, that caused those people, those angry people, or the victimized state to happen. It could happen in a very long time, but the tower is actually a good thing. Yes, it can give you a shake up. Yes, it can give you a shock, but it clears the path so rapidly, so quickly, that you have to look at yourself and you have to see where you were going, where you were holding a rein of thinking and believing that was the only story that could carry you through. Okay, so what have we got here? So we're going to get another pack of cards. I'll get some of these ones. Let's see where we go. Whew. So yes, we are in what I would perceive to say the void of figuring it all out. And we're going to be here for a little while until we know absolutely. Now, when I say we, I'm not meaning that the whole of humanity is going to do this big shift and boom, and then into something else. It does go in waves. There's like chunks of people. Some are still really asleep even now. Some are just starting to wake up even now. So the people I'm talking about are the people that are watching this, that are ready to really work with the energies and listen and try to have an expansion of their reality and have an understanding. So we've got the family tree, expansion and legacy in reverse. So I really feel, because the word expansion came up even before I read that, so I really feel that this is asking us to explore. Because it was in reverse, I'm thinking explore a family tree, explore those that have come before us, and how we can see the patterns of what's created us into being who our personalities and what we're holding on to that's not conducive, that's limited us. You can go back and look at all of that, but they literally want asking us to shift it now, to say it's okay to do something different, to be something different, to expand into something different, to take that family tree and everything that's happened and break it down and go, you know what, I don't need to be, you know, the poor artist anymore. Because all of my family, that's actually what happened. I was born into a DNA, my body DNA, my family gene pool was, the males were all either soldiers or in the parliament, leader type scenarios, and the females were all actresses and artists, and they were all just hobbies. That was their hobby, until one aunt of mine decided to take the reins, and she became one of the first art teachers in the university, female art teachers in the University of New Zealand. Mary Tripe was her name. So I've got all of this kind of poor me feel about being an artist, because many of the others, that was the only one that didn't, were that poor me, it's just a hobby, you shouldn't try. And my father was constantly saying that to me, and then he started to switch it up to say recently, you know, your art could make you something. And I'm like, well, actually, I'm going to be a channeler. And he's like, oh, a channeler. And that freaked him out a little bit as well, but it doesn't matter. But this is what we need to clear, because that's their limitation. It doesn't necessarily mean in this new energy that it's ours. And we're here to like branch out and try something different, try a new thing. The next card that came up was isolation, inactivity, and emotional desert. This card to me is representing a lack of love, because where there's a lack of love, nothing grows. Wherever you have in your psyche, in your personality, a lack of love, there's nothing going to grow there. So if there's something within you that you say, for instance, you are amazing, doesn't matter what it is, you are an amazing artist or amazing speaker or whatever. But if you're constantly putting yourself down and there's a lack of love there, it will never grow. So we need to bring it back to loving ourselves so much in those moments of self-doubt and saying, I am ready to grow something now with this. So deserts on Gaia, on Earth herself, wherever there's a desert, it's because there's been a lack of love happen in that place. So in the central point of Australia, very desert-like. In a long, long time ago, Atlantis and stuff like that, it was just fruitful. There was bounty, and the environment was conducive to that. But then with everything that happened with the original people of Australia and stuff, it ended up becoming this. There was a lot of curses put on the land, a lack of love, and nothing grew there anymore. And this is obviously over a long time. But once we get to that point of figuring out that, then we will start to achieve. And that is the next card that came out, achievement, recognition. I didn't even have that on there, but anyway, recognition, completion, and rewards. So we will start bringing in everything that we needed. And many times where the desert lies in our psyche is actually our mission. Many times our mission is that we've been born into a family that that had very much the lack of what our mission was, so that we could find a way back to our original authentic self, our soul self, and then show that family where they were lacking in all these generations. And then with that knowing, we end up becoming the light and having the recognitions and the achievements, and that literally frees up our whole family, all the family gene pool, everyone in it. So all of those that have come in the past, when they had the lack of love within them of creating, they all of a sudden, it's like they see, as they'll be like, guides and that to us, and they see us bursting through that limitation and through love, and then they go, wow, all of my life that I had in the past means something, because they held on to specific codes, but they didn't utilize it. They still had it in limitation, and then they see it within themselves, and it's like a ping, 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 ping. It's very similar. They're bringing me to our mind, and we have neuron paths, and the best way to get to an issue or a trauma or something is to go back to the original trauma. And then it's like every other time when that trauma repeated itself over your lifetime, if you get to that and you free that, then it starts pinging all the other ones, because it has you have an understanding of where it come from, why it happened, and so all the other ones have an understanding as well. And it's like you just ping, 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 ping. You stop all of the problems happening, and you never repeat it again. And we're literally doing that on a bigger scale, where we're the actual neuron path of our family tree, our family life path. Cool. So yeah, pretty powerful messages coming through there at the moment. Holy crap. Okay, so where are we? What time are we? We're at half hours. Okay, I suppose I'm ready to open up. I'll do one more. We'll do an animal card, and then I will open up the board to, if you say yes, please, I will read you. So, hey Paul, hey Tara, hey Rebecca from YouTube. Who else is here? I think I said hello to Donna. Kylie from Facebook. That is what we are going through right now. We must dissolve family patterns that have been long held. Yes. It's really interesting. At the beginning of this reading, I'm like, where are we going? Because I've actually cleared a lot of that myself. So I don't have a lot of that to clear. So I've kind of now stepping into recognizing my own energy and how it's creating. But I can see now, yeah, that's where they're taking me for the majority of people. But I've been called a canary. I'm kind of the one that goes in first into the cave. If I don't die, you guys won't die. Nice. Thanks, guys. Anyway, okay, let's get into this. So we've got animals. An animal message here. What have we got here? We've got a couple that have turned over. We have the dog friend coming in. Loyalty to ourselves, really, truly. We've got to start being loyal to ourselves, and that will bleed out and fill and end up being loyal to everybody else, because once you're loyal to yourself, you're living your authentic life. Those that come around you are going to naturally be loyal to you as well. Today I will love without condition. My energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. So choose. It's a choice coming back up again, isn't it? Snow leopard, self-reliance. So really, just like I said for the dog, you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. And like really standing up for who you are and being proud of who you are. And it doesn't matter which choices you make from that point. When you come from self-love, every choice that you make from there is enough. So even if you did choose to do something really outlandish like I have and being a channeler, and my family's like, what the? It doesn't matter, because if they come at me now and say, why are you doing that? That's not going to blah, blah, blah. I just turn around and say, it makes me happy. I am happy. And that is enough statement right there for them to fall away. Because if someone's happy, then they turn around and go, well, that's who they are, and they're happy doing that. So it's enough just to say that you're happy. And the last one was goose, inner knowing. Look at the geese. They like fly together. They have an inner compass. They know where they're going. So where are you going? Ask yourself, where am I going? What do I really want out of this life? Anything can be achieved now. Like, this is literally an amazing time in our life where we can literally achieve whatever goal we want. That is what the energy is conducive to. So we might as well utilize it and move through the trauma, move through the problems that we've created for ourselves. See outside the limitations, see past the fears. Yeah, listen to my next video. It's a really good one about fears. It's pretty full on though, I have to admit. Okay, so here we go. You're a sweet canary. Yeah, someone was reading me and said that. Had a few readings in my life, and there's a couple that stood out. That's one that stood out to me. And the other one said that I sat down and she said, you will be talking in front of millions. And then she looked at us and went, millions? No, they're telling me millions. So I know that there's a big thing coming for me in the end. But I'm actually really happy because I've been in the fame game before, and I'm like, whatever. But if it's meant to get my messages out there, then that's what I will do, because that's what and I'm happy doing it. But I would prefer to be have a beautiful little cottage, right, with a little garden and a fireplace, and simple life would be really nice too. And that's what I'm creating for myself right now. So we've just, no, I won't say anything more about that. I will come up with what's happening in my life video later on. I want to actually take this away from the table in the end. I want to show you a bit more expansion of my life in the end as well. Invite you in a bit more. My partner's full on with that. So in the end, that's where it's going to go. So subscribe if you want to find out what's going to happen. But everything that I've wished for has come true so far. So I know absolutely that we can create our own reality in these times. Okay, who am I going to read for, but sort of rabbiting on today. Okay. You might have to start again with the yes pleases. I'm so sorry, guys, because I'm like scrolling down and going, whoa. Just put in another yes please. Sorry. Okay, Justin Scott from YouTube. Justin. Let's find Justin. Justin, I see water around you and emotional. Is it like water around you? Like there's some almost an emotional, like almost like you're kind of just keeping yourself above it. They want you to feel into your emotions rather than just keeping them at surface and not get drowned with like, because you're scared they're going to drown you, so you keep them at surface, but it's through your emotions that you're going to find the path that you're looking for. So I would take some time out from everyone and just even, sit in the shower or the bath or something like that. Sometimes it's really good if you have water around you, and just feel into where these emotions are just at surface. It'll feel like you're acting, like you're, a model trying to act like you're an emotion. But there's something in there, there's a trigger in there that they want you to get to release. Queen of Wands in reverse. So something that you want to achieve, and there's Eight of Chalice in reverse, something that you almost want to walk away from and you want to achieve, but you're not going to be able to do this until I feel you get through this emotional barrier. It's all good at the other end of it, the other side of it. It is good. So that's for you. Who have we got here? So we have Paul. No, let's go to Jennifer from Facebook. She's above that. Jennifer from Facebook. Jennifer Jones. Jennifer. Stars coming. So a wish fulfillment's coming for you. The World cards are coming into completion with something. Like you've got to the point of completion and you're starting to they're saying ground the wish. But oh my God, look, the Fool is sticking out. Like when you ground this wish to others, you might seem like a fool. Something that you're doing might seem like foolish, but it's actually a completion of you and you're finding your authentic self. And in this reality, how we're shifting this reality is to literally, we need to be the fools. They're bringing up that song Crazy by Seal. Go listen to Crazy by Seal. I love that song. Trying to remember the words now. Need to be in this world, you need to be crazy, or something like that. Yeah, so I was going to keep on giving you more reading. So there's something there for you. Who else have we got? Paula from YouTube. Oh, that just flew out. We got 8 of Coins come out for you. So you're working on something. They're showing me you coming into looking into the details of what you're working on. And when you go into the details of it, it's like they're showing everything else that is being frustrating you in this is going to fall away, because you focusing in on the details is going to show the universe or your reflection what you really, really want with this, what you want to have happen. And it's going to release the monkey mind that's preventing it to become into fruition. So they want you to look into the details of something that you're working on. What else have we got? Charlotte from YouTube. Charlotte. Charlotte, showing me a daffodil, and like the daffodil, you're blowing the daffodil and it's like flying away. It reminds me of another song from LaCoit called Swing Set Chain. Look that up, LaCoit by Swing Set Chain. In the chorus is like, there's a bridge part of that, and they blow the daffodil and she feels like it's a good feeling. It's taking you home. Where are we going with that? Well, that's interesting. Let me get a card. So we've got the Three of Cups, which actually, the Three of Cups, this is like an emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. But there's a mask. There's a mask on someone that's, because the mask is standing out, there's a mask on someone that's around you that's preventing you from seeing the emotional fulfillment might be some boundaries that you have to put up, but you might want to fly away. Interesting. Oh yeah. So, okay, so who else have we got? Paul, did I do you? Paul from YouTube. So we have the 10 of coins. 10 of coins for Paul. Oh, wow, that's really cool. So achievements coming into fruition, grounding achievements. We've got something coming into your reality that's actually going to show you that the work that you've done in your mind is actually literally coming up in front of you now. You're seeing the fruits of the rewards of how you've accomplished a much clearer space in your mind to what you wanted to accomplish in the first place. So something's been grounded here. It might be like the Strength card came in reverse, or actually it was really sideways like that. So there might be some, through you having this, there might be some jealousy coming in, or someone you might have to be a bit stronger in yourself of going, you know what, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna bring this in. I'm gonna bring this in. Could even be a sibling or something that you've always thought of yourself as they're the rich one, you're the poor one, or something like that, and they always get, or something like that, and then or a friend or something that they achieve and you haven't, and then you're like, you know what, I'm stepping up, I don't care anymore, I'm not going to play that story anymore, something like that. I don't know if I did Jennifer Jones on Facebook. Did I do Jennifer Jones? No, I didn't. I did. Okay, Kylie. I'm going to do Kylie because I know I haven't done Kylie self. So Kylie from Facebook. We have the King of Swords coming in reverse. I'm going to get in from the King of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords in upright knows what he's speaking is the truth, and he stands by it. There's no way out. So I think they're asking you to do this, to start to take back that authority feeling within yourself. So there's contemplation happening with you at the moment because this fell out with it. Like you're sitting there and contemplating, with a puzzled look on his face. He's like, what's happening next? But he's taken off his fighting helmet and he's just resting on the wand there. So he's got a feeling of, I just got to figure this out. So there might be a moment at the moment with you where you're just figuring it out so that you can take the King of Swords back. Sorry, I had a tickle on my throat at the same time. So it's very much speaking up for you, Kylie, because it's really affecting my throat in a big way. So it's something to do with speaking up and not being in fear of speaking your truth 100%, no matter where you're walking in this world, because it's literally they want you to take your crown back. Leanne from YouTube. Yeah. Okay, Leanne from YouTube. We have the sun, positivity shining around you at the moment. They want you to be the light. You are the light. You are shining more now than what you ever have before. What's happening? So 3 of Cups again. Just be aware when we do shine our light that we're coming specifically from an authentic heart. Because this came out sideways as well, that we're coming from an authentic heart and that we aren't delusion, like feel into when it's authentic and how your light automatically shines, and feel when you walk into a room and you're trying to make it shine. When you do, you're wearing a mask. When you're trying to be that light around people and say, I am that light, then there's a mask on. When you just are naturally, you just love who you are and you just become that light, the mask falls away, and then you can have more of a collaboration with those that are around you from an authentic space from yourself. Rebecca, that's going to be fun to hear about Bobby. Yeah. I thought if I said that to my partner yesterday, I want to bring you guys in on how, like, I'm actually creating my reality. So yeah, when we all the gifts start coming, because I've got so many gifts coming my way now, and it's getting really exciting. So yeah, I want to share with you guys, because I want to be that guide. Okay, here we go. Where else have we got new messages? I know, where are we? Where are we? We are here. Hello from Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Julie from Facebook. Hello, Bobby. Yes, please, if you have time. We have the World card coming out as well. Something completing for you. Something completing for you. And we have this on its side. So 10 of Swords. This completion will happen when you stand up and go, no more. I'm not doing this victimized story anymore. I'm not having anyone. I don't care how many swords you put in my back. I'm going to grab that sword if you shove it at me, and I'm going to look at it in the face, and I'm going to see where I was lacking in myself, and I'm going to stand up and become strength for myself to step into a new world. And so you get to that point where you've had enough. You had enough. Enough. Please can we all like the video? So thanks, Katie, for asking people to like the video. Really appreciate that. I've been looking at my energy and how I'm holding my own energy back, because I know when I become bigger than Ben here, it's going to be a lot more work, and I'm trying to figure out how that's going to look like for me. So I'm working on that at the moment. Thanks so much from Paul. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm ready to step forward. Okay, Katie, Tiana, huge solar eclipse coming in, and my body feels the surge when it's been embodied. Wow, didn't know there was a huge, so I can just feel the energy. It's a very almost tangible energy around us at the moment. But you can utilize this to create the exact reality that you want. But that has to mean that you're letting go of all that doesn't work for you, right? Yeah, we're never going to survive unless get a little bit crazy. Yeah, that song. That's the song. Katie. Okay, who else is we going to read for? Anne from YouTube. And Brent. Well, that just fell out. And Brent, you have 2 kings in reverse. The King of Coins and the King of Wands in reverse. So the King of Coins is grounding something in this reality and having abundance around us to prove to ourselves that we can be that, and that we have the abundance that matches up with how we feel about ourselves and the grandeur of ourselves. And the King of Wands is someone that actually puts things into action. So a business, something that, so it's almost like, well, because these two are in reverse, this is something that you're feeling in lack of, but it is your actual mission, your mission statement to take back. In other words, when you feel lack of, like that, you're not, why should I feel like I'm a king or a queen or whatever you want? This is grounding energy, being a kings. How can I feel? Who cares about me, sort of thing. And they want you to turn it around, because when we do that, when we say these things to ourselves, who cares about me, we're literally telling, because we're source energy going on an adventure in these bodies, that's our soul. We're God itself going through an adventure in these bodies. We're literally telling God itself, this is who I am. So no more of that. Time to take the reins back and start to talk kindly to yourself that you are a grand person and you can create whatever you like. Who else have I got today? I'm all over the show today. I'm not, usually I follow because I'm Virgo. I like to follow something. I'm just trusting. Okay, Lydia, Facebook. Knight of Wands. If I've doubled up, I've meant to double up. I'm just going to, if I've missed someone, I'm meant to miss them. I'm just going to go with it. Okay, so Knight of Wands in reverse for Lydia. So feels like something wants to move fast for you, but you're holding the reins back for some reason. It's like a completion of something. They're asking you to look for signs, and they want you to put down the fight. Doesn't have to be it's like you're holding back because you don't want to have a fight again. Well, you don't, but if you step into moving forward, then then you don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to take up a baton and start being prepped to fight. You can move forward just because you say, I'm worthy. And that means that worthiness is enough for you to put down this baton and not hold on to it when you move forward through this game of chess that you're playing. Like, literally take back your power before you move forward. Say that I'm coming from my heart, I'm doing this for myself, and then move forward. And then you don't have to pick up anything to protect yourself, because that in itself will protect you. Okay, if you have time and feel, Willow, yes. Willow, wish heart. Willow. On Facebook, Willow. So we have the Six of Coins. You're in a giving mode. Hang on, I just feel like you're in a giving mode, but you're in a giving mode, and you have wisdom to share out to the world at the moment, and you're feeling powerful with this, which is good. King of Swords, and it's like you're in a giving mode. But I'm also, because this is also to do with past stuff as well, I'm just making sure with you that you're also in a receiving mode as well. As much as you're giving, you need to be as much in receiving, so that you can allow a good balance of giving and receiving coming into your reality, and then that will be solidified the bottom of your bucket so that you can fill it, rather than it all falling through. Because if we're only givers, we just keeps falling through, and we never feel completely 100% satisfied. So just they're asking you to become this king of intelligence and wisdom, to be aware that you're not just giving, that you're also receiving as well, because you need to keep fueling yourself and seeing it in real life, that you are allowing someone to give to you, towards you as well. Okay. Thanks, Julie. She's like, many thanks. Okay, who else have we got here? What was the song you suggested by LaCoit? LaCoit was Swing Set Chain. Swing Set Chain. I think it's spelled a bit different than the way you said LaCoit. So I'll see if I probably shouldn't do this, but I will quickly. I think it's spelled Loquot. Yeah. So that's how its spelling is. That song, actually, LaCoit, the Swing Set Chain, when I had the dream of stepping into a new earth, when I was present in that beautiful space, that was the song that I kept listening to that brought me back to that space. So if anyone else wants to look that up, Le Court by Swingset Chain as well, that was the homing beacon whenever I hear that song, especially the bridge, Dandelion Bridge. That brought me back to the space of being completely still in my mind and being in this new vibration where we're going. Phoenix from Facebook. Phoenix. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're finally getting it. You're finally understanding that. See, in upright, she's in a bubble of protection. She's like, oh my God, look at all these swords coming at me. I've got to hold on to this bubble. I've got to protect myself. Oh my God, this is going to happen to me. This and the mind's like tricking and tripping up and being monkey mind. In reverse, you're finally getting to the point, right? That when you let go of protection of this bubble, what happens is she falls into the center and she never gets stabbed anyway. She is safe to take the next leap into her reality, into allowing the monkey mind to just fall away. She doesn't have to hold up all those swords of what ifs and that, and allow them to just disperse. Trust that when she takes a breath and lets go of that she's going to fall under the center and she will be fine. She's not going to be hurt. It's actually our holding up of the bubble in our mind, holding those thoughts of just in cases that is literally stressing us and creating the very problem in the story to come at us. Divine from YouTube. Divine, you have faith in reverse. So there's something that you to have faith about, that you aren't stepping completely full 100% to the faith of this. There's still there's something in you that you have understanding, and you're kind of like connected. I can feel you connected to your soul, that you know this. But there's still this mind, they're bringing up my song, Make Believe. Believe, it's like the song Make Believe that it's on my YouTube if you want to look under the music thing, but under my music vids, sorry. And it's talking about if we believe, we'll make believe. And so it's like, I think they just want you to have more faith in the fact that there's something more going to come into your reality that's outside of the limited program. There's an expansion here that you're going through of this reality. So they want you to have more faith. Melino. Yours is taking a while to come out. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. It's funny how this is a very fast-moving card into knowing your path, knowing where you're going, straightforwardness. But then it took a while to come out. So it could be that you're coming from a almost withdrawn energy into fast tracking and trusting that movement. Let's see what else is coming for you. I don't know, I'm feeling blocked a little bit with you, so that's interesting. I'm feeling like there's almost like if I let this happen, it's kind of like what I feel when I'm gonna become get out into the big wide world. If I let this happen, it might happen too fast, or it might happen too big, or am I going to be able to cope, or can I have can I have the peaceful life as well as that sort of like it's kind of, I feel like even though it's a fast moving card, that there's a block here with this, but it's still going to come. It's still going to happen anyway, no matter what, even if you do it. But we want to make it move through without a tower moment, right? We want to make this move, like allow to let go enough to let the universe take you on the journey, rather than you putting a block up and then we're going to need a tower moment to be able to shake it, because it's going to happen anyway. Hey, Kat, I remember you from what was that called? It's another group that I was involved in. Okay, anyway, so we have, well, we're over an hour. I'll do one more. Emmy, you have the King of Coins. So you're starting to ground abundance around you, starting to become the master of your reality. This is what you're moving into. So allow it to become present in your reality. And that, to become present, you have to feel it. Like literally sit there and meditate and imagine yourself as the King of Coins. Like, I am abundant. I am abundant, and I know where I'm going, and I know that I'm coming from my heart, and I'm going to do this. And that is how I'm going to walk this earth from now on. They want you to take that power back. Okay, guys, so I will leave it there. Love you heaps. I'll be here next Tuesday again for another reading. Look out for my next channel message. I'm going to do channeling before it, and then I've got a beautiful video that I've created. It's all on how we move through fear, and it's a very powerful message. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, that one. And hopefully in the near future, well, by the end of this year anyway, I'll be going from behind this desk and taking you out to my reality. And until then, NG. Thanks, Kat. Yes, NG. I remember now. Love you guys heaps. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I really, really appreciate that. I do want to get bigger now, so let's go for this and get these messages out there and help as many people as we can to be the best scenario that they can be and create a whole brilliant, beautiful life together. Love you guys. Bye.